Hi everyone, this video is going to go over the basic use of the RFN spreadsheet. This video does not cover the setup and authorization of your spreadsheet or the installation and use of your add-on, as there are separate videos for that, but it does go over each of the tabs that are available in your spreadsheet and how to use them. So first of all, after the setup page, it's just a page that goes over the different screenshots and information you should include when submitting your recipe for audit on our Raw Fit and Nerdy Facebook page. So it's just a reference guide. The next one is your create a pet profile. So this is where you create your pet's profile. The ones with the red asterisk next to them are the ones that are mandatory. Everything else is optional. So to save it, you highlight this purple column over here, copy, and then you go to your saved profiles tab down here, and then you paste values only. So that saves your pet's profile into the database. So the next one is your recipe builder, and this is where the bulk of your formulation is going to happen. So up at the top here, you can add ingredients and their quantities, and then by clicking on this checkbox or removing it, you can add or remove it from the recipe. Over here, this is where you add in your pet's info for the formulation. So you can say Sam is the pet that I want to formulate towards, and you want this recipe to be for 1 day or 30 days or however many that is. Then down here, it's all of your nutrient analysis and your pet's requirements. Down here is your batch ingredients list. So if you want to see how many servings of that recipe you want. So if this recipe is just for 1 day, then I can say 30 servings is for a month. Or if your recipe is for 30 days, then 1 serving is for 30 days. So you can get a neat little grocery list from here. You also have some charts down here for the contribution of the macronutrients for calories at the bottom, dry matter basis at the top, and then the particular pet's bioavailability settings on the right here. Then if you keep scrolling, you get to your nutrient contributor. So if you're formulating a recipe and it's really high in iron, for example, then you can type that in here and see which ingredients are contributing the most. So it's top to bottom. Down here, there is a feature for saving your recipe as an ingredient. This is to do it manually. The add-on does do this automatically, but if you don't have the add-on or it's broken for some reason, then you can use this. Next one is your condensed recipe builder. In functionality, the full recipe builder and the condensed recipe builder are not any different. The condensed one is just aesthetically different. Some people do find this easier to use on mobile. Other people just like how it looks. So you can see that there's just a pet profile section at the top, your ingredients section on the left, and then on your right is just the requirements. So you're not seeing the nitty-gritty numbers for every single line of ingredient. It does also have the batch ingredient list over here, your charts, and then the nutrient contributors over on this side. So the recipe report is what you use to get the full nutritional analysis of the recipe that you built. So this does require that you've already saved the recipe, either with the add-on or manually. So you go to this drop down, select the recipe that you want to analyze, select the units, and then you'll get the full ingredient list for that recipe. So that's for 1 day, and then on the right hand side here, you can say it's for 30 days or 20 days, however much, and it'll change that for a quick batch ingredient list. Then if you scroll to the down here, you can set whether or not you want to see the requirements in the relative totals, which is percentages, or absolute totals. So you can see what the recipe provides and what your pet's requirements are. And then there are your charts again at the bottom here. This list that it comes with is the condensed list. If you want to see the full nutritional analysis, which includes all the non-essential fatty acids and vitamins, then you click on these little arrows at the left here. And then you can see all the ones that are not included for the ones that are considered more essential to the pet's requirements. The next tab here is the recipe database. So this is where your saved recipes go. There are instructions on how to save recipes to this database on the recipe builders. Next one is your food database. So it's your biggest one since there's hundreds and hundreds of ingredients here. So most of these ingredients, if they're not estimated, are from the USDA food database, and they are for 100 grams. If you're wanting to add in your own food items, you just go to a new column, or you can create one by inserting it. So I can insert one right here. You name the food at the top, and then you categorize it. So when you go to categorize a new ingredient in the food database, the one you have to be careful about is the one called supplement. So supplement is for ingredients where the nutritional analysis is not per grams. If it's 4 grams, 150, 1,000, in the serving size you would just put however many grams it's for. If it's for a supplement, however, so for example, this bone meal is per teaspoon, then the serving size is per teaspoon. So that's the one you have to be careful with. If you're trying to add in a new food item and the nutritional analysis is provided, for example, for a commercial product, you just enter that in per the serving size that you set. If you're wanting to add in an estimation, there is a separate video about how to create estimations or how to find estimations. So that's a food database. There is one sheet at the end here that is hidden. So to find hidden sheets, you click on this little button over here that says All Sheets. It's the Convert Recipes tool. So this tool is for anyone who is coming from a previous version of the spreadsheet, so version 2, so that you can convert the recipes that are saved in your food database to be used in the recipe database here. So there are instructions here on how to use that sheet more specifically. And then the last one is your Updates tab. It gives you a little note about all the updates since the last major revision, and if there are any bug fixes and minor revisions, that'll be listed here. And that's how you can check if your spreadsheet is up to date. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. My name is Jenny Ryoo. I created the RFN spreadsheets. You can find me on the RFN group or by email at jenny@sitstaybeyond.com.